Hi everybody, it's me, Flavio Miguel, and welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'll be reviewing and demonstrating yet another eyeshadow palette. This time is a collaboration between Morphe and Nyane. Well, Morphe is well known for its highly pigmented eyeshadows. It's not the first time that Morphe does a collaboration. They've done this before with James Charles and even Maddie Ziegler, the dancer who became Sia's face for the past years. Nyane is an influencer artist from UK with roots in Lesotho. She is currently based in Amsterdam with 1.5 million followers only on Instagram. But now let me express my total respect for Nyane. Whomever managed to get a collaboration with any major makeup brand and create its own collection deserves my total respect. For this, Nyane, cheers! Well, it is water because I still have to do my makeup. Well, you know, Alright, but what is this? Well, it is part of an entire collection called Fierce Fairytale Collection, which features a 6-piece eyeshadow brushes, 6 eye pencils, also 6 lipsticks divided in 2 sets, Beyond Bold and Nearly Nude, of course each with 3 colors. And last but not least, the eyeshadow palette Fierce Fairytale Artistry Palette. It comes with 30 shades separated into 3 sessions, warm shades, cool shades, and an entire sessions with pinks. The finishes, they vary from mattes and metallics. But what is exactly that I'm gonna do? I'll be talking about the eyeshadow palette, telling how does it feel on my hands. I'll be also doing some swatches to see exactly how is the payoff of each eyeshadow. And until the end of this video, I'll be doing a makeup demo on myself. My intention is to replicate the look from the visual. I'll be doing on the right side this look and on the left side this look. But this makeup demo could go 2 ways. Either I'll be replicating those 2 looks, one and the other one, using only the eyeshadows. But if I noticed that I will need any other extra product to back it up the performance of those eyeshadows, what I'm gonna do is I will be doing in one side the look using only the eyeshadows, and on the other side I will be using products from my own stash, products that would back up the performance of the eyeshadow so that I can replicate it exactly the look how Nyane have done for her visuals. Alright, so this could go both ways. Let's see how it's gonna become. Alright, without any further ado, let's just do it. Okay, the eyeshadow palette comes in this box, which is really pretty. Outside the box, protection. It is most likely that we're gonna find a lid inside, like this one. Well, how does it feel on my hands? It actually feels pretty good. It's quite lightweight. It doesn't come with a mirror, which I particularly find a pity, but there must be a reason. This must be a reason to keep the product light on its hand and also to keep the costs low. It is not much different than any other Morphe collab eyeshadow palette that they released in this kind of size. When it comes to the presentation, it's really very pretty. It's spot on with the brand persona. You can really see her trade looks, very colorful, which gives us expectations, alright? What are my expectations? That kind of expectation, okay? But let's start doing some swatches, okay? What I'm gonna be doing is, I'm gonna be doing then each row, alright, from the upper row down to the lower row, and let's see how this all is going to react, alright? Give me a second. Alright, so these are the eyeshadows from the first row. I don't know if you guys can see it well. First impressions, it's pretty nice, pretty okay. I do think that the metallic eyeshadows, they are slightly more transparent. I would say that they are pressed pigments. They might perform better with a wet brush, but we're gonna see this during the makeup demo. Let's go to the next row. Alright, so these are the eyeshadows from the second row. I hope you guys can see it. Again, my first impressions are that the matte eyeshadows, they have a very nice payoff. The metallic ones in this row, they are reacting a little bit more fiercely, the way I expect. The last eyeshadow, I don't know, it's a little bit patchy and not super high pigmented, but let's see how this is going to become on the makeup demo. Let's go to the next row, alright? Right, so these are the eyeshadows from the third row, okay? I have very little comments on this row because I think the payoff is quite clear. It's really beautiful, it's really nice. I still cannot wait to see how this is going to perform on my makeup demo. So let's go to the next one. All right, so these are the eyeshadows from the fourth row. My first impressions, they are all right. I'm kind of a little bit, I don't want to use the word disappointed, but it's disappointed, the word that I have to use it for this color here, which is again one of the pressed pigments. The payoff is quite low, but again, like I said before, I think it would perform better with a wet brush. Without any further ado, let's go to the next row. Alright, so these are the eyeshadows from the fifth row. Well, as you can see here, the first and the fourth color, the payoff are amazing, but the third and the fifth color, those pastels, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm really afraid that for my makeup demo I will have to use some product to back it up the performance of those eyeshadows, especially those pastels. But well, we'll see. Let's go to the next row, alright? Alright, so these are the eyeshadows from the sixth row, okay? The last row from the eyeshadow palette. I think those are performing quite alright. It's okay, let's talk a little bit about pigmentation. When it comes to certain colors like yellows and whites, pigments are quite complicated to create saturated colors when it comes to those colors, all right? And this is not really very different. This color over here, Blue and B, it's a little bit transparent, just like on the previous row. Two of the pastel colors, they were like kind of a little bit shy, if I can call it like this. But let's see how this is going to be on my makeup demo, okay? Keep it on. Alright, it's time for some makeup action. I'm gonna be doing my makeup demo. But first, let's talk a little bit about expectations. What are my expectations? These are my expectations. Just to not be that of a bitch of wearing nothing as a base for my eyeshadows, I am gonna use a eyeshadow primer, a transparent eyeshadow primer on the whole area of my eyes, upper lid and lower lid, and also towards the temples. First impressions, quite alright, but again, it's a matte eyeshadow. Normally the payoff is already high. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so far I went with this eyeshadow, that eyeshadow, then I added this one, and I also added that one, which is a pressed pigment. I must confess that the pressed pigment payoff is not really coming through the way I was expecting to. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna add some water into my brush just to see if the payoff is going to be slightly higher, okay? Well, I'm using here this time Fix Plus from MAC Cosmetics. Let's see how this is going to become. I don't know. I don't consider myself a spoiled makeup artist, but when it comes to payoff, I'm still not sold. Let's go finish it up. Okay, I'm applying this eyeshadow with a wet brush and the payoff is way better. Right, so I created this inner corner detail using an eyeliner brush, some water, and the eyeshadow. It's performing all right. Okay. Just a small little break. We all know about the magics of editing. We all know about the magic of Photoshop. We know that this probably been enhanced, and she probably might have used the other products from the collection, such as the eye pencils, to enhance the performance of those eyeshadows. But for what I can see on my eye, I'm not sure. How do you guys like it? I don't know. Let's go through it. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna fast forward on eyeliner, and I'm not gonna show this to you, and put some lashes and do my eyebrow, but I'm not gonna show this to you because it can mislead from the whole purpose of this video, which is reviewing the eyeshadow palettes. So just give me a few seconds and we're gonna go further from there on, alright? Alright, so this, of course, I don't have any foundation or concealer whatsoever on, but I do have the eyeliner, some mascara, some false lashes, and I did do my eyebrows. But the question is it enough? I am not sold. What I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna replicate the same look then on this eye, but then using some products from my own makeup stash to enhance the performance of those eyeshadows. So let's see how this is going to be. So I'm gonna start first with an eye pencil. This one, unfortunately, is not Morphe. What I think it's gonna help me here is to create this nice, well-defined design on the eyelid. So, very curious, let's see. Just gonna blend a little bit with a brush just to make it nice and even. Same thing in the lower lash line. Some of you might be thinking, oh, but that's not fair. I think it is fair because I'm not making a makeup review based upon the entire collection. I'm doing a review on the eyeshadow palette, and I love Morphe, and I know how highly pigmented those eyeshadows mostly are. So let's see. Alright, I think this should be enough. Let's then go back now for the eyeshadows. First, Bar-le-Duc. I don't need to say much, but you can see it. Okay, let's go for the next one. It's called Eye Roll. Very funny, by the way. Eye Roll would come in right below Bar-le-Duc. Slightly on the transition from this outer cat eye. And again, for the ones that thought that wouldn't be fair to use other products to enhance the performance of the eyeshadows, the only product that I used was the one on the eyelid to create that nice space. For the rest, I'm using only the eyeshadows. Payoff, performance, it's not much difference besides from the eyelid, which is very solid and very saturated. What I'm gonna do right now is just gonna go with some mascara, some eyeliner and eyebrow, and then let's see how this is gonna look like, okay? So give me some minutes and we'll pick it up from there on. Alright, so this is both sides done, okay? This side using only the eyeshadow palette, and on this side using a eye pencil that I have to enhance the first eyeshadow that I apply on my eyelid. I've got some mascara, some false lashes, and a little bit of eyeliner. I haven't done my base, but I did do my eyebrows. And how do you like this? It's slightly different. Alright, for the second part of this makeup demo, as you can see, I removed what I've done until now. I only kept my eyebrows, so I don't have much hassle to do about this. And I'm gonna start another look, this time using extra products to back up the performance of the eyeshadows. And the first product that I'm gonna use is Chromographic Liner from MAC Cosmetics in the color Pure White. I'm gonna use as a base for my entire eyelids, and let's see how this is going to turn out. I hope you guys really enjoy it, because the first time I was like, ooh, let's see now, right? I'm gonna fast forward a few of the parts that I think are self-explanatory and that has actually nothing to do with the palette review that I'm doing at this very moment, alright? So things like applying eyeshadow base, I'm just gonna fast forward it, okay? Yes, so I'm gonna go for this side, this look over here. Alright, so without any further ado, just let's get on with it. And I'm gonna go with this one in the inner corner, right there. So I was expecting already a little bit more payoff of the color, to be very honest. But it might be because I'm applying with a blending brush. I'm gonna change for another brush that would give me more grip on the eyeshadow, right? Yeah, exactly how I thought the color, so I have more payoff. So this time it's more what I was expecting to. Just gonna use the blending brush to fade it out. I was gonna go a little bit already on the outer corner and already blend towards the temple and blending also into the eyebrow. I'm using a flat brush that's gonna give me also quite some grip for the eyeshadow. This is gonna go on the center of the eyelid. I don't know if it's because those eyeshadows, they are, well, this payoff is being quite nice, but now I'm wondering, was it the transparent eye base that I did use? Or this paint pot that it's really helping the performance of those eyeshadows? I don't know. Let's go through it. And I'm gonna use a small blending brush, very small one. I will apply this one right in the middle of my eyelid, actually right quite here. That will be a kind of a highlighter, okay? Also blending already towards the brow, and I'm gonna add just a little bit in the inner corner. I first went with Boob B, and now I'm gonna go with Gyoza right here, just there. Juicy B by Girl, Juicy B by Girl. Just a little bit depth on the outer corner. But do you get why now I miss that mirror? Now I'm gonna use a wet brush, firm synthetic narrow brush. I'm gonna go now with the same Shibad eyeshadow, and I just elongate this part of it. Okay, I am gonna go through this, finish up this side. I'm not gonna use anything else than the paint pot that I already put it on, but you don't need to see this. When I come back, I will be still without eyeliner, mascara and lashes and base and whatsoever, but then I'm gonna just show you how the saturation of the eyeshadows are, alright? Hold on for a second. Alright, so no base whatsoever. So far I used this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And I just add a little bit of this one with my fingers right in the middle of the eyelid. I know this color, you don't see this color on her own makeup, but I'm trying to adapt to my own face and features, so that's why, please forgive me. What I'm gonna do right now is I will put a face on it. I will contour my face, highlight, put some eyeliner, some mascara, some false lashes, and then we're gonna see how this is going to look like. Very excited, let's see. I will fast forward this, of course, you don't need to see how I do my base, because there's no secret here. As you can see, I went very low with this green over here because I'm gonna blend the foundation upwards and trying to connect with the eye. Alright, face, contour, eyebrow, eyeshadows, they sit on their places. I just need some eyeliner and some mascara and some false lashes, okay? Give me some more seconds, maybe a minute, or maybe less. So, what got here? The look is nearly done. I'm just gonna add some highlighter. I do want to go with the eyeshadow palette to do this. I am gonna use Palissa. I think my lightnings make this highlighter pop more than the eyeshadow itself, but still. Now we're gonna go change and finalize this very video, alright? I hope you guys enjoying, and please hold until the very end, alright? I'll be right back. Alright, so my look is finished, and what do you think? It's just my own interpretation of that look here, of course, my own interpretation, alright? But what are my final thoughts about the Fierce Fairytale Artistry Palette from the collab Morphe and Nyane? Pause. Well, as you can see, the payoff is really high, but it didn't work for me without a good eyeshadow base. And the first look that I tried, that you saw in the beginning, the only thing that I had was a transparent eye primer, but wasn't working for me. The payoff was quite low, it wasn't becoming intense. What I did on my left eye, I did use this pencil to create a slightly more firm base for the eyeshadows. In other words, I did use other products to enhance the performance of the eyeshadow, but I wasn't still really convinced about it. So what I decided to do is to do this look, and for this the only thing that I used, what you could see, was the paint pot from MAC Cosmetics, and it did work much better with the paint pot rather than the transparent eyeshadow base, alright? I think it is a great product, it is really nice. Few of the eyeshadows, they have a certain transparency on their pigmentation, if I don't want to say low pigmentation, transparent pigmentation, there, let's keep it like this, which are this one, that one, and this one. Some of the metallic eyeshadows, or the pressed pigments, if you will, they work nicely, but if you use it with a wet brush. Also, some of the eyeshadows, like this one, that one, it performed better with a wet brush. So would I pay 30 euros, actually $30 or 35 euros for this eyeshadow palette? Only if I didn't have those eyeshadows already on my own stash, which is not the case. I do have those on my own stash. I just wanted to try the eyeshadows for the collaboration, especially also because it's a Morphe eyeshadow palette, and I'm really big fan of Morphe in general, for their brushes, but also for their eyeshadows, eyeshadow palettes, and so on. The very final thoughts. If you don't have those colors in your makeup stash, I would invest in this. Be aware that you would need a good and strong eyeshadow base with a lot of grip just to make those colors pop. At least on my skin, I struggle just a little bit. Maybe someone with a slightly darker skin tone, the colors would pop easier. But besides this, it's a really nice, really nice product. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are enjoying watching this video as much as I enjoy making it. And I hope that I was able to get your mind out of your regular routine and put you in a different place and inspired you somehow. Again, thank you so much for all the love, and I see you all next time. All right, bye bye.